What's up, viewers? We're back again with another video where you contemplate whether you need it or want it, and this time it's window shades. This is your front door window shade that covers the back half of the window. This will allow the driver to see through to the side view mirrors without it being darkened and impeding your visibility. The window frame itself is made out of some fabric surrounded by a metal frame. There is some flexibility to it, but I wouldn't bend it too much because metal does not bend back. There are magnets up on top and on the side. You can see it does hang on the metal frame of the car and on the back side as well. Installation is pretty easy. You just kind of slide it in there and push it in. The magnets hold it in place. I have driven this around the neighborhood and in a parking garage with the windows down, and there's no issues. I have not gone far to risk it on the highway speeds. I paid too much for this out of my pocket to risk losing it for this video. Sorry about that. If we look at the inside, that's the passenger side, and you can see the clarity and difference between the darkened shade and the window. My windows are tinted, so it is darker than a typical Rav4, but it's very good if you want some additional privacy. This is your rear window, much like the same as the front. It's made out of the same material, just a lot bigger to cover the entire window. You do have magnets over here in the top, and I believe they're in the front. Let me check. Yeah, they're in the front. There are no magnets in the back because you're protected by this window that does not go down. So installation, again, you kind of slide it in. I do the front too, and then I push it in the back. Pretty easy. This one I also drove in the neighborhood and in a parking garage all the way down. I'm pretty sure you can drive this on highway speeds and still be okay because of how large it is, and you have this back window that is always open. And then if you're smart like me and you have window visors up on top, that will also protect it from falling out from the top because the window shade will be inside of there. And that's what it looks like on the rear seats. You have your window shade installed over there. You have the window shade installed over there. It also includes window shades for the small window as well. So you basically come with 6 pieces to cover all the side windows. And the rear piece is also, I believe it has magnets. No, this piece does not have any magnets. You obviously don't need it because you place it and you forget it. If we look through the glass, this is with the window shade, this is without the window shade. You can definitely tell that it is darker, but again, my windows are tinted, so it would be even more bright going through this versus my windows right now. I will go ahead and roll down my windows so we can see what it looks like. So that's with it all the way down. Now you do see this opening up, so that's why you have to drive at a low speed, otherwise it might snag and just go flying off. But if you leave your window maybe slightly open, it should, I think it's pretty fine. Like I'm pushing on it pretty hard and it's not going anywhere. And that's because I have this window shade or window visor right here. So make sure you grab one of these for sure. On the rear windows, I'll go ahead and lower the windows so you can see the difference. In Toyota, the back windows are stained. They're not tinted, they are stained by Toyota. So that already provides some darkness relative to the window shade that provides extra darkness. So if we go down and point towards the dark sky, you can see the difference right there. If we go all the way down, I'll point this back out. You have some good soup. Yeah, you end up losing the piece if you go at high speeds. So my recommendation with this is to open your window just slightly. Yeah, just slightly, to allow the bottom to not come off. And then your top, well, I have a window visor installed again, so my vehicle is different if you don't have this window visor. I do recommend it though. It provides some good support. if you're driving at good speeds. From inside the cabin in the driver's seat, you can see quite clearly through the open area to your side view mirrors without any darkness created by this. If you were to drive with window tints, you can see it gets pretty dark. I would be very careful driving this at night. Most of the time I do remove it so I can see the car to my side, especially on the areas that are further away from me, like on my passenger side of the vehicle. This does offer really good privacy. You can see the difference between the, can't even see it, right there. Difference between the shade and then without the shade. It's not until you come really close that you can see right through it. You can kind of see the car window on the back side there. If you're the type of person that sleeps in your car and you have this custom bed made out inside of here, and you want to have your windows down but still protect you from the elements and the mosquitoes, this could be good for that as well. There are gaps on the corners, so it's not a perfect seal, but it certainly works for both while driving and while sleeping. If you're in a state that doesn't allow window tinting like California, you can certainly get away with one of these for privacy and protection from the sun. If the cop does pull you over, you can probably just remove it and tell him what's up. Just make sure you don't get shot. This product is probably the premium end of window shades for a Rav4, given that it is custom made for the cutout of the window frame. You can certainly go with alternatives where you put some suction onto your window and then you kind of roll it down, or you get an entire cover. But if you're going to own your Rav4 for a very long time, you might as well start investing in something very good right now so you can enjoy it longer. If you're watching this far into the video, thank you. I do have some more videos coming up, including one where I will remove the headliner of my Rav4. I will do this to I'll install some sound deadening in the open areas back there. I want to inspect the seals and the mechanics of the sunroof that I hope I could last forever. And then I also have a custom roof rack that I will install. So I will be removing this and adding a Prinsu roof rack on top of this Rav4. I also have some generic Raptor lights that I will install in front of my bumper. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe so you're always in the loop. This Rav4 was also recently on an adventure in the Red River Gorge out in Kentucky. Did a little bit of off-roading over there, so it's very dirty. So if you're interested, I will also be showing how I wash my vehicle and make it look like new every time. My Rav4 also has several paint chips throughout the front bumper, and I'll show you how you can hide it for 20 bucks. They won't fix it, but it will hide it. Something like this over here.